Hi, boys and girls. Remember I told you I wasn't going to be here today, but I am with you here on your screen. So before we get started, you need to make sure that you have this sheet with you because this is the sheet that goes with this video and you're going to be recording information on it. Okay? Let's get started. All right. First of all, we have to figure out what is half of 1,000. So if I'm thinking, we've decided that 5 is always in between, like half of 10 is 5, half of 100 is 50. Half of 1,000 is going to be, let me get my pen ready. Half of 1,000 is going to be 500. So when we're thinking about, is it closer to 1,000 or behind 1,000? If it's 0 to 1,000, it's 500 in between. So now if we had 2,000 on one side and 3,000 on one side, then half of that would be 2,500. So we need to keep that in mind too. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, as a reminder, here's some reminders I want to give you. You can only choose these answers when you're rounding to 1,000. So look, you have 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, or 10,000. So you're going to have to find the place value you're rounding to, which is our thousands place, 4 places in. Write the 2,000s it could be on the line. Write your benchmark number, that's that halfway line that's going to include a 500, something 500. And then see if your number comes before the 500 or after the 500. Decide which is its closest to, and then circle it. So let's go ahead and practice. All right, this is a watch me. So this says, what is 3,754 rounded to the nearest thousand? So I notice that I start with 3. So I'm going to go ahead and inside my box, I'm going to put the number 3,000. All right, I know it's in between 3,000 or 4,000. My finger's bigger, so I'm going to have to make it larger than my box. So that means that this is 3,500. That's my middle number. 3,700 is after 3,500, so it's going to be somewhere there, which tells me that this is going to round to 4,000. All right, let's try another one. This is another watch me. What is 2,329 rounded to the nearest thousand? So I notice that I have a 2 here. Let me pick another color. I have a 2 right there, so I'm going to put 2,000 in my first box. And I know the next 1,000 up would be 3,000. So it's in between 2,000 and 3,000. I know my halfway mark has to be something with a 5, and I know it's 500. So this is closest to 2,500. All right, that's my middle number. That's halfway between 2,000 and 3,000 is 2,500. So I need 2,300. That means that it's going to come before my 5, which means that it's going to round closest to 2,000. All right, for the next 7 problems, you're going to be using that sheet. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me what is 3,511 rounded to the nearest thousand. You will need to use that sheet of paper, see number 1, put your answer on number 1. I want you to make sure that you are using the first box to tell me what the 1,000 is closest to, and then the second box what the other 1,000 is, what your benchmark number is. You can rewind and watch how I did the 2 examples, but you have 7 of these to try. So go ahead, pause the video, and try this answer. All right, here's question number 2. You're going to pause the video, fill it out on your sheet of paper, just like you did the other one. Okay, here is number 3. Same thing, read it, pause the video, fill out your sheet of paper, and then move on. Number 4, read it, fill out the sheet of paper, and make sure you pause the video, fill out the sheet of paper, and move on to the next one. All right, we are on the next one, so go ahead, pause the video, fill out your sheet of paper, and move on to the next one. And this is your last one. All right, fill out the sheet of paper and move on to the end. All right, make sure that you take your paper, turn it into the finished box, make sure your name's on it. And I hope you're doing a really great job for the sub today. Tomorrow I'll be back and we'll be practicing rounding to the thousands. So great job today.